the Yamoussoukro Church of God in Cote d'Ivoire. It's been a great first day of interviews. We've just interviewed 16 children at this site. This is our newest site in the country. They've just been going for a couple of years now, and yeah, had a great time getting to know the kids. A lot of them are finished and they're just hanging out here in the courtyard now. But the program is running really smoothly, and we just had a really good day. It is hot here, about 100 degrees, so we're all sweating, but great day, and really looking forward to seeing what is going to be happening over the next few years in these kids' lives. Got big dreams, and some big things are going to happen, so exciting. Yay! Just made it to platform, our next day for interviews. We're gonna have church here in the church just behind me, and had a nice warm greeting from the Children of Promise kids and volunteers, all dressed in their beautiful blue fabrics, and looking forward to a great day of interviews and interaction. Check in on the kids, see how they're all doing here in platform. If you've ever been interested in doing a Children of Promise trip, this is kind of what it looks like. You can see behind me we've got some interviews taking place over here. We've got some kids playing some games over here, some more interviews. Got a raucous and rousing game of Uno. We've got some more interviews happening over here. We got some kids playing outside. Just lots of fun getting to know children, getting to know volunteers, and checking on the program. I hope you'll join us on another trip sometime. It is our final day of interviews here in Cote d'Ivoire. So we just arrived at the church in Korogo. You'll see this is the wall of the church behind us. We're going to interview 28 kids today and have a little meeting with the volunteers as well, encourage and support them. So it's been a great week. It's gone so fast, and today will be our last day to interact with the kids. So we're looking forward to having some fun today, getting to know the kids, playing some games, getting to know a little bit more about this program. So great week. Join us on the next trip. We've got lots of trips coming up. Check us out on the trips page at the website, and see if you can come along on a CFP trip somewhere in the world where you sponsor kids, or even where you just want to explore. We are off and running, doing interviews and playing some games with the kids. We've got some interviews back here. We've got some kids being interviewed over here. We've got some hacky sack going. A couple of the kids back here playing with our little numbers games, just enjoying some relaxing, hanging out, getting to know the kids. This is how we spend our days on our trips. It's a good time. And I think they're making some lunch as well, so pretty soon we're going to have a little bit of lunch for the kids, and yeah, just enjoy the day together, getting to know how the program is running here in Korogo. I just want to share a real quick story from one of my recent trips to Cote d'Ivoire, the Ivory Coast in West Africa. You know, the context of the Children of Promise program is in places of poverty where people do desperate things, and sometimes kids lack security, they lack safety. And so I just want to highlight this story that really focuses on the value of the volunteers who are extending care to the kids who are sponsored. There was a young girl who, unfortunately, her mother died, and
In the wake of the death of her mother, her dad just had a lot of issues related to some mental illness and just struggling with coping through that. And the outcome of that was that he did something pretty unthinkable in abandoning his daughter kind of out in the middle of nowhere. The silver lining of that story is that just before that took place, the volunteers of our program who had been extending care to this young girl had just given her some supplies, and when they did that, they wrote their name and phone number actually on the package of things that they gave her and put it down inside the package. So when that girl was found by a stranger, they found the note with the name and the phone number of the volunteers and made a phone call. And because of that, she was able to be returned to her home where she could be cared for again by the volunteers and the remaining family members. And so it's a heartbreaking story, but it's a reminder of the value of our volunteers and the care that they take to make sure that kids who are growing up in extreme poverty are still experiencing a sense of safety and security, where their needs are met with nutrition, with health care, with education, but more importantly, even spiritual nurture and a loving environment.
Near the top of the basilica here, an amazing view of Yamoussoukro. Really an incredible edifice.
Came out to the Weavers Village in Korogo today, where only men weave these little strips of cloth, about 6 inches or so wide. They make them super long, and then the women sometimes can sew them together to make long cloths. And it's just so fascinating. It's kind of unique to this area and especially to this country. And so once they make it into cloth, then they can make it into dresses or shirts or blankets or whatever. So really neat experience here. We always try to do something interesting and cultural on our trips. So today we are at the Weavers Village.